Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy anything that I miss, and welcome to the Sharing Our Stories Christmas Extravaganza Super Party. Can you make it sound like a super party, folks? Super party! Oh, great. Thank you so much, Tomas Hernandez. Mahai, this is Sharing Our Stories, and we are here this week to celebrate the holidays with you, do a slightly different edition of Sharing Our Stories. And we just want to celebrate and love on each other because, you know, we don't get that opportunity to just break bread and celebrate sometimes. So here for the Christmas holiday, for Sharing Our Stories, Tomas Hernandez, Nani Al-Jalil. You never see him. He's always behind the scenes. Dan Chavez is here.
Come on, here we go.
Or as he says it, Chavez. He says Chavez.
I'm the son.
Chavez or Chavez?
Chavez.
Okay. All right.
He's trying to be so American right now. It's so crazy.
I like your Eagles Santa Claus hat that you're wearing.
Hey, you
So-
being a Sam
I don't know.
fan, I appreciate
That was
it.
a talented Mexican that got all the way up to Philly. I have no idea how he's a
All right. So Mahai, for those that aren't watching our live feed or you're listening on the radio, we are dressed up for the holidays. I'm dressed up as Santa Claus. Nani has her ugly Christmas sweater, which really isn't that ugly.
It's a sweater vest.
great.
It's got
It's not
garden
ugly.
gnomies
It's
and
cute.
Reindeer.
You didn't
Yeah,
go
we
for the
did.
whole ugly thing,
Snowflakes.
but you told us ugly
I
on the
said.
text messages when we were getting set up for this.
It's
We'll wear an ugly Christmas sweater, and
Yeah.
you're wearing a nice sweater.
I went on a limb and I did a grandma sweater vest.
grandma sweater vest. Like
Grandma
purple?
sweater vest. It's
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
went
feel-
over to Spencer's. Shout out to Spencer's for me. I
Yeah.
went and got my stuff. I mean,
So I like you. You have so Tomas has the Christmas ornament lights that light up around his neck, and a hat that says "Merry effing whatever"
Whatever.
on his hat, a Christmas hat like that. I like that, but I actually have different lights to put around your neck, right here. But I didn't. Think they
Uh-oh.
were-
This is a surprise.
We didn't think this
We
would be
weren't-
appropriate, but here they are.
Here they are. What do we got? Come in.
I didn't
Check
think it was
these out.
appropriate because it's being
Oh.
sharing our stories.
okay, so we got shot glasses.
So
Huh?
they're little red glass drinking glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around
Let's
your
just
neck.
make sure that
You're legit.
yeah.
I remember those
So Las
from
Vegas right now.
beer pong.
So those are the red solo
Colorado.
cups.
These
Red
are
solo
Colorado.
cup
Vegas
lights.
is glass. This is Colorado.
Because
Get the Dixie cup and let's go.
we thought on a show about addiction and recovery, it was totally appropriate to
Right.
have red solo cup
Yeah.
lights around
Absolutely.
your
That
neck.
worked-
Yeah.
that checks
Probably
out.
got these out of Tony V's
Yeah.
office, and that's okay.
We found them somewhere in the office. You know what else we had, but we didn't bring down here, was the Snoop on a Stoop. Have you seen Snoop on a
Yeah,
Stoop?
man, yeah.
The little tiny
I bought
elf.
100 of those for 8 million people.
So we were going to put that out
here.
here on the table because we thought it would be a cool decoration, Snoop on a stoop.
Mm-hmm.
But he's wearing this marijuana emblem around his neck, and he's got a fat joint in his mouth. And so we were like, that's
Yeah.
probably not appropriate
we
for
could have
sharing our story.
We know where we've been.
Thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what Snoop is about.
It was a cigar lord's necklace, exactly.
But you know what? One thing about Snoop, that dude does so much community work and saves so many lives and does so many things. That guy, if he wants to smoke a blunt until he dies, whatever. But you know, through football with kids, all the stuff he does in California that I've been seeing through the nation, that's a pretty amazing guy. So I think it would have been kind of fitting. But we also have a radio host that had to reboot his recovery around the marriage of one.
Yeah.
I can't smoke this stuff. It makes me paranoid. It's like crack. I'm like, hey.
You know. So, Mahai, this program this week, moving on, this program this week, we don't have a guest. We just decided we wanted to celebrate the holidays with you. We have a table full of food here in front of us that we picked up all at the last minute. So
Yeah.
I really, if you never follow us online and you never watch the show, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/SOS, sharing our stories, and watch the program so you can see we decorated. We've got a spread of food.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you about the food. I ran out across the street to King Supers because I wanted to make sure I had the best of everything for everybody. So I got chicken, fried chicken, because that's what it's all about.
There it
Everybody
is.
loves fried chicken. So I got some fried chicken. You want to break that out for everybody? You feel free to. We got little bowls and break out some fried chicken for everybody. But then I picked up this plate of meat, cheese, and crackers.
Man.
Because everybody needs a little hors d'oeuvre thing. And I thought before we started the program, we could sit together and,
And he went
chop
to the
it
hills,
up.
have eyes.
So I got the meat, cheese, and cracker plate that you can see here if you're watching right now. We opened it up, and the pepperonis. Nani, would you eat one of these?
I would not eat one of those pepperonis.
Even if it was healthy. 'Cause she like,
They're
eats
rotten.
wheatgrass
They're
and-
spoiled. They've changed color, and they're disgusting.
Yeah.
And Tomas ate one.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Tomas
rocked
tried
up.
one right off the bat.
And then I tasted it. I was like, hey, it's bad. I knew my eyes said it was bad, but hey, I mean, I can eat pretty much anything. You know, I mean, I did meth for like umpteenth years.
Let me tell you, I
mean,
put
a little
so
bit of
much
sausage.
meth in my system that the idea of
deteriorated.
a little rotten pepperoni,
Yeah.
what's that? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
You know, the stuff we ate on the streets, like, wow, that's been in there for 7 weeks. And I haven't eaten in 7 weeks, so let me just try that.
There was a time during my meth habit I would have been thankful for this pepperoni.
And that's what thankful is. You know what I mean? So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I want to give a big, huge gratitude and thank you to Nani and Slim holding this show down to the top. It always is. And it sucks not being here all the time. Me and Dan have been working on due diligence to get me, you know, when I'm on the road, get me online. You know, we got some big things in the future happening. We got some parties that are going to happen, an awards ceremony that's going to be, what are we shooting for, like February?
Probably March.
March, yeah. Yeah, but you know, we're going to have some award ceremonies for people in recovery, organizations, all kinds of stuff. It's just been a blessing that, like, you know, where it first started with just Slim and Sean and where they taken it. Just a Slim.
Shout out to Sean Jenkins.
Sean Jenkins,
Sean
man.
Jenkins, who is one of the creators of this program with myself when we started this back in late 2017, I want to say. Early 2018,
Yeah.
around there.
I mean, I remember when I first came into rehab, Sean was in this place called Fashion Disaster. And I was so big, I was looking for like 42s, 44s. And he found me some Dickies, and that was my guy. And then I went downstairs, and my counselor told me I can't wear gangster clothes, and I had to bring them back up, and we had to find some other clothes. But yeah, it was. I've been knowing Sean for years. He's just one hell of a guy, and you know, he took this off. But where we're at now, and where we're going, this is pretty amazing. I just love you guys and where we're going. Like, sometimes I'll sit down and I'll be in an airport, I'll be somewhere around the country, and I'll just think, wow. You know, like, I've actually watched the show in an airport, you know, just sitting there, and it's cool that Tribe's a part of this, that, you know, our CEO, Sean, you know what I mean, always supports the situation. Slim is like a legend out here. He's a legend out here. He's been doing this. Well, you are, man. I mean, you've been in radio. Everybody that's in this building. I mean, think about it. You, Tony V.
All right,
Kathy
back to
J.
Tribe, back
Let
to
me
the
just finish, man. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing that people that don't have substance abuse really care to back you, to back us, to get that message out.
we got a good group of people here,
You know,
backing up what we do.
amazing people at Max
I
Media,
I
Denver.
really thank the people that are here to support us with what we do.
With these shot glasses, it's great.
Yes.
Don't worry,
So-
Sean. They didn't come out your office. Don't tell your wife that. Man. Don't worry.
So this week I wanted to ask you guys, you know, I've had some really bad Christmases before, and all of them revolved around my addiction. And I still have, like, the most embarrassing Christmas of my life was probably about 10 years ago, where it's hard for me to remember a lot of it because I was drunk. I was drunk, but I was with my family. I was in a bad relationship, and I was in California visiting my family for the holidays. And I just kept getting drunker and drunker that night. I want to say it was Christmas Eve. Maybe it was Christmas Day. But we definitely had a lot of visitors in the house. And I was in an argument with my girlfriend at the time. And I got really mad, and I left the house. Drunk. But I came back to the house with tears flying down my face, and I forget why, I was crying or what was happening. Because like I said, I was drunk. But I walked in the house. This is on, I want to say Christmas Eve. Let's go with Christmas Eve. And it's probably about 9 o'clock at night, and I'm obliterated. I walked in the house and took off all my clothes in front of a household of people, 30 people at least. I stripped butt naked right at the front door and started screaming at everybody to pay attention to me. I don't remember anything beyond that. I do remember that part. Then I remember breaking down and going into some room to cry over what the hell did I just do, you know? But that was one of my worst moments for the holidays. I also know that I had a Christmas once where I remember going out on Christmas Eve, because that's a big party day, people to go out, going out and never making it home on Christmas Eve. Literally leaving my friends. I don't know how that happened. Once again, blackout drunks. I don't know a lot of the scenarios of what happened. But leaving my friends and being asleep in a doorway and waking up sometime early on Christmas morning and not having a relationship or anything like that, or anybody who cared to know where I was. And that's not to say that there weren't people that cared to know where I was. They just didn't think. Any family that I had right now were in California and probably thought I was sleep safe in my bed and not that I had passed out after leaving some party drunk on Christmas Eve. And when I look at those times now, when I look back, because I still don't have the best holidays, because I'm still alone and I don't have family. And so I spend, when I don't go home for the holidays, I spend it alone here. But they're not as bad. They're never as bad because I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm clean of those things. So I just go through the depression of being alone for the holidays. But my whole point behind what I'm saying is not only to share that sometimes the holidays can be really tough for people in addiction, but that there's a change that can occur where you can still be depressed. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the happiest person in the world,
Right.
but you can get through the holidays and survive them because you're clean.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you guys, like, do you have recommendations for people who are in addiction and have to get through the holidays? Like, how do you make it if maybe you're clean
Yeah.
and you're trying to get through and you don't have family?
Yes, I do have recommendations. I personally know that there's a lot of fellowships out there, a lot of organizations and fellowships that they have places that you can go and meetings that are actually marathons. They're just running constantly. I personally know that they have people that are there to greet you and meet with you and talk with you, hang out with you.
Let's throw some out, like York Street.
Yep.
York Street
Street's
downtown.
one.
It's an AA house. It's the oldest AA house in Denver, Colorado, this west of the Mississippi.
Yep.
That place will be going all Christmas Eve, Christmas. You got Ain't Dead Yet. You got you got so many things. Just go on the NA website, AA website, CA website, find a safe spot.
Yeah.
Also, if you need help, every nonprofit organization is going to have something on their site. You know what I mean? You can always call and reach out. I know for me, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but for me, my first year, I had to be in those places. You know, I can't tell people to not do things because I have a problem. And until I was strong enough to be in those environments, since I was the problem, I had to remove myself from the problem until I got stronger. And I made those decisions and did the work around it. Like now, it's still just one day at a time, but I know who I am when I'm loaded. And I don't like that guy. You know, I have a hard time liking me sometimes with my mental health when I'm sober, let alone get loaded again and do all that. You know, Christmas is rough. Like my hat says what it says right now. You know, I look at everything, you know, Bible differently. Like what me and Donnie were talking about before we got online. And I was like, man, I know I got a couple houses that I stay at. I got a computer. I got markers. I got pencils. I got everything around the house.
Oh no.
And who's going to tell me like Christmas? Like Christmas is about people for me, about, my family has me celebrate a lot because in my recovery, I don't like celebrating because of the places I've been. And I'm not going to glorify prison. Yes, I was in those, getting the green cups from Salvation Army, being locked up, making phone calls, being in some motel, coming to the family's houses just like Slim was talking about, loaded. I was people like to brag about being the black sheep. I didn't necessarily like being the black sheep and the one that kind of ruined Christmas party. You know what I mean? Because when you really are the black sheep, it really sucks to be the black sheep. You know what I mean? Because you're just kind of there out of formality because you're loved, not really liked because of your behavior.
Being embarrassing on Christmas is something you never forget.
I don't really buy
forget.
to the big chubby guy. And when I was talking about having pins and everything like that, you tell me, and you guys, Christians and Catholics, don't get mad at me, but the Jesus wasn't even set yet. Like nobody knew it was going to happen. And you telling me in a barn, in a pile of hay, you're going to remember December 25th when that little kid was born. I can't even write down a date in my high-tech house and remember it, let alone being in a barn using coal, writing on a sheath and remembering that to the end of time and then matching it up.
And Tomas says, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas. That's Merry Christmas from Tomas.
I'm telling you, like I was a kid that took the Santa Claus face off. And then in the same year, when the Easter Bunny was there, I took the head off, and the dude looked like Jesus.
All the kids were screaming in the line.
Like, how is that possible? Like, why is there a rabbit and a fat guy? And then it's correlated with Jesus.
I got a question.
I just love the people.
I got a question for you because, as you said before, you didn't like the person you were when you were on meth, and you were a mean, angry person.
Yeah.
What did your family do around the holidays at that time when it came to you?
My mom has always been traditional, and my
Did
father.
they open the door to you still? Or
my mom would hate every piece of my soul on how I was, what I became, and still want me home for Christmas.
Nice.
She'd still answer the phone when I was in prison.
Not everybody has that.
She would still answer the phone to when I was in some hotel late or I left. She'd get mad at me and then check on me later. My father got 46 years in recovery. It didn't matter. Every day he checked on me. That's Christmas to me. Like holidays are real hard for me. I'm one of those people. I just don't. I never really see the percentage. And like this death row thing. It looks like Santa Claus in an electric chair. But I was telling Nani earlier, it's really my wallet because that's what happens. You just everybody just electrocutes the wallet. But really, having the support of like a fellowship in recovery and just having gratitude of just today. It's not, for me, it's not about gifts. It's not about all the flashing lights. It's not about, man, every day's a holiday in recovery if you can make it that way. And sometimes we don't. You know what I mean? I get on that plane. I get to come home and spend time with my family. I get to, my new friends and family that I've made in Las Vegas. I got friends and family in all different parts of the country. It's crazy because I'm not sitting on a couch or in some messed up situation with a needle in my arm, with a gun in my hand, and not knowing my identity and feeling embarrassed to walk through my mother's door because I need to be there because I'm her son. And she's taking every piece of her soul to smile and not want to shake the hell out of me for showing up loaded and being a pain and ruining dinner and starting fights and all the craziness that happened. I've never been kind of the gratitude guy in those environments, and I'm sure a lot of you that are in recovery and the listeners can identify by that because we just are not ourselves. And, and it's hard when you get into recovery to break those habits. I remember it was Thanksgiving. This is different than Christmas, yes, but this is a story that's pinnacle as hell. I was really stoic about my recovery, right? My sister, she likes to drink still. You know what I mean? So she was a little bit inebriated. I got mad during Thanksgiving. I left halfway through there, acted like a jerk, sober, clean and sober. Went over to a AA house of my cousin. He's got multiple years ahead of me. And my sister is one of his favorite cousins, so he was mad after what I told him why I was chain smoking and being a jerk and talking crazy. And he told me one pinnacle thing. He was like, "Who are you, man? Just a year ago, you were calling me to borrow money and you were on the run and you were doing all these stupid things. But now you got a little bit of time on you. You're going to judge your sister and you're going to judge your family and you're going to ruin Christmas. So you're going to come up here and be king of sobriety? Man, that's bull. That's not even real.
Yeah.
I don't know what parts of the step work taught you that, but it wasn't step work. That was your ego. That was your intent, and you need to simmer it down. So since that point on, I sat there numb because he just left me on that porch. And I sat there and thought for about an hour, and I said to myself, you know what, every time I see my sister, if she has a couple drinks, she's passed out, she does whatever, she's an adult, she can do what she wants. If she figures one day she has a problem and figures one day she doesn't, that's her choice. But that's not mine. You know what I mean? So for holidays, I really got to focus in on me, what the situation is, do my best with it. You can ask any person that's close to me, I'm more of a bah humbug guy. You know what I mean? First I was Grinch that stole Christmas. Now I'm just bah humbug.
You are.
That's about money and things like that. And I do my best, you know what I mean? I do my best to make sure that I can put on that smile and get everybody that they need. I'll gripe through it and overbuy presents. Tell them I ain't got the money and then show up with like 10 times as much as I said that I was going to say in my budget. You know what I mean? And that's just how I get down. But, in short, really finding your way just for the people and being there and having gratitude and not having needles in your arms, drink in your hand, not getting naked on a porch. You know what I mean? Not having your mom have to swallow her pride and watch her son ruin his life right in front of her, saying crazy stuff like I just said on the radio station, which my mom's probably throwing holy water at her phone right now saying, oh my God. You know what I mean? With those kinds of things, it's just, in short, just find a good safe space and recovery. And you don't need to figure out the holidays today. Just be in the moment. Recovery is about one day at a time, right? Just show up, do your best. And if it's an environment that you shouldn't be in, like Nani was saying, find an environment that's safe for you so you can keep going. There's always everything. We got technology today, y'all.
Yeah.
Technology, it's at your beck and call. Like, I could order a vacuum to my house right now. Last Christmas, this ain't no lie, I got COVID, or 2 Christmases ago. My wife was tripping out, yo. I couldn't join anybody, so I bought a car. I just wanted to see if I could do it. She was like, what is that outside? Cadillac pulled up. I was like, nothing. He goes,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I signed for the thing. He jumped in an Uber, had a mask on. He even knew I had COVID. Did his safe space thing. He's
awesome.
got to the hood. He said, sign right here. I walked up the hood. He backed up. Boom, boom, boom. I had a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how technology is, man.
So, at this time of year, there's, Christmas parties everywhere.
Yeah.
All your friends, that aren't in recovery are celebrating with booze and spiked eggnog and so on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys do for scenarios like that? Do you avoid Christmas parties? Do you know that you can trust yourself? That's what I always tell myself is alcohol is not going to jump out of your glass and into mine.
Mm-hmm.
I have a choice here in all these things. And I'm now in my life strong enough to, be responsible for my choice and know which choice to make. It wasn't always like that, but now it is. So you don't avoid.
No, I don't. And as a matter of fact, my family drinks. So I go home for Christmas and I'm around my family and my family drinks around me. It's a choice that in the way that I view it, it's the world is not going to stop being who the world is just because of who I am. And I still have to show up every day and live. I can't stop living my life and I can't expect people to stop living their lives. But I have to make a conscious decision to take responsibility for my disease. And my disease is forever present, right? Like my disease is always in the background doing push-ups, waiting for me to to be an addict. And I show up every day, and I know who I am, and I know how powerful my disease is, and I can't slip. You know, I need to know that about myself. And so, you know, I'll go home for Christmas and liquor will be there, or whatever other, you know, if and people smoke. I know that about people, what people do and who they are, but I need to know that I have to take responsibility for myself and just be aware of that wherever I go. Not just the holidays. That's an ever-present thing.
No, I agree. I mean, for Thanksgiving, I was with my family, and they're all wine drinkers. They have a whole wine section of the house, you know, and they're talking about this wine over that wine. And I'm just sitting there like, well, this conversation's not for me.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, if there's, you know, a holiday Christmas party, you know, or an office Christmas party, and everybody's supposed to bring a gift for like the white elephant exchange.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still the guy who will go and buy a bottle of alcohol and put it in the gift exchange.
Yeah.
I know that I don't want it. And if I happen to open something up that's a wine bottle, I'm going to exchange it with somebody for something that I want.
Right.
You know?
That's the other thing that I was just talking to somebody about this the other day, but I was looking at my calendar, and my calendar is so full now. I mean, I remember 5 years ago, people didn't want to hang out. If people wanted to hang out with me, or people were calling me, it's because they needed something from me. It wasn't, you know, and now in my life, I mean, people, I have so much gratitude, and it makes me feel so good that I'm going places. I'm with people who I'm surrounded by so much love and so much support. And I have so many people in my life that they're hanging out with me, and they want me to come and be a part of their Christmas celebrations. That's such a beautiful thing. And 5 years ago, that was not my life.
Nobody wanted to be around you.
Nobody.
Unless you had the dope.
Yes. That was the only reason. That was the only reason people were calling me.
Yeah.
And it was a
And
totally different experience.
And you got to give people time too. They're not going to snap back just because you want to apologize.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so don't think that that's going to be the Christmas thing that you show up with presents in your hand. Now you got a job and you've been sober for X amount of time, and they're going to receive you.
Yes.
You know, if you want to get a proper reception, you're probably going to want to do some step work and do some stuff around it and learn how to make amends the correct way in recovery and take that approach that way. You know, I didn't do
Exactly.
my A-step for 2 years with my mother. I needed to get a track record.
Yep.
And the things that I heard from her and my father on that porch that day, I knew it was the correct time. You know, we've done enough apologizing. We've done enough pie charts and facts and equations on and cons and lies and smoke and mirrors on why we do certain things, you know. People have a hard time with people in recovery nowadays because we come straight forward. First, I've always pled guilty. If I pled not guilty, it was to get a plea bargain. You know what I mean? So I'm really not afraid of nothing if I'm going to get in trouble. I'm just like, did you do it? Yeah. I did it. I did it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to expect that as like, you know, if I'm feeling like this, recovery's taught me if I'm mad, it's in correlating to that attitude, to this. I don't have a arterial motive to get anywhere, those angles. And that's what the great thing about recovery is you can look at it as a practical principle, you know what I mean, and go forward. So if you're going to complicate a holiday on a practical principle in the way of life, you're going to lose. If you're being hopeful and trying to do something out of the impossible, not doing the work behind it, and just kind of throwing the dice and to see if they'll receive you, they might receive you, but they might just receive you because A, it's the holidays, B, they just love you that much and they're really not ready for that, or they're ready and they might tell you something that you might not like. So you really want to brace yourself before you go around those family members after you cause this damage. Because at the end of the day, it is damage. It's damaging to the people. And also on reverse, expect people to call you that were damaging to you.
Yeah.
That have those boundaries to say, hey, man, I don't get down like that no more. I appreciate you calling. I love you. No, I won't be showing up for that. I appreciate it. You're not bound to go somewhere because you grew up with somebody, because you shared the same bed with somebody, because you both have children, or, you know, even your parents. You're not bound to go there. You got to keep yourself in safe environments because it's a day. But like I was saying at the beginning, every day's got to be filled with gratitude like a holiday because we ain't supposed to be here. I know I'm not. The stuff that I pulled, man, people wonder why I'm so passionate and serious in conversations. Because you have no idea, but a lot do in recovery have that idea, or you haven't come to terms with that idea in your own life on how serious it is to cross certain lines that can never be taken back. People get hurt. People die. People go to jail for a very, very long time. You know, and that's addiction. You know, pulling robberies. I remember I wanted to pull robberies on Christmas because I saw it on TV. And usually the one that you see on TV, it's the dude acting crazy at somebody's dad, and then he gets shot by the cops when he's robbing the store. And I'm like, why the hell do I want to do that? I'm like, oh, let me try that. And then you get away with it, like, oh, I'm better than the movie. You know what I mean? It's, you know, those are those things, you know, and you know, you taint holidays and you think about things, but, and I'm sure that a lot of people that are out there can identify with this, but just remember it's about celebration, about the people. You know, you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. You know what I mean? I already told you I don't really believe the hype. I don't believe the hype. You know what I mean?
We caught
I
that
believe
part.
the family.
All right.
We got that part.
You know what I mean?
Please don't offend Christmas again.
Hey, man.
We let you do it once, all right? We have to defend the people who are right now mad at
Whatever.
you, okay?
Very whatever.
You just know that my mom
whatever,
messed up
yeah.
when she named me after Doubting Thomas. When I found out that I got kicked out the Bible, I started doubting everything with him. Like, man, that's bull crap.
It's a real
Merry
I
Christmas.
can't be up in there. Okay.
Merry
You're
Christmas.
wrong, man. You're wrong, man.
Merry
And you're
Christmas
wrong.
from Tomas Hernandez.
Bah humbug.
Dan is our producer. You never see him. He's always behind the scenes. If you're watching right now, he's wearing his Eagles hat, his Eagles Santa Claus hat.
Yes.
Dan, you're a drinker. You drink and smoke marijuana, and you're okay. You're not.
You do
not.
lines of
normal.
coke in the bar with the bartender and the waitress. Wait, you sold it to him.
What do you call the meetings? The little get-togethers, little gatherings. What do you like to call them? Our little 12-step meetings.
They're just busting you out, bro.
my God.
Like, don't admit to
mean?
nothing
What kind
you on the
of meetings?
radio.
What do you think of the rest of us?
Yeah,
here?
what do you-
They're
what do you
cops.
look at us,
Don't
Dan?
You
answer.
guys are awesome. You guys always give me like, even though I do drink and smoke sometimes, you guys give me like different ways to think about it, and just
That's good.
it's awesome. Like I could tell friends who want to stop stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You guys just make me really dive deep into like, is this good for me? Is it bad for me? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool to see it from your guys' perspective because I know seeing you guys are all great. It's just like that's cool. Just seeing how you guys have gone all the way through hell and back. That I know that it's a serious thing. It is a disease, and I gotta watch out because it's not really in my family, but it has been. Like I told you, my uncle passed away from it, so it's just cool to watch myself. And even my mom's been mad at me before. You drink too much sometimes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I get it, Mom. So now I see where she's coming from because I see you guys talk about it. And I'm like, it is serious. So
Yeah.
you definitely got to watch it. And I don't want to be the guy, like hearing your guys' stories, I don't want to be that guy at parties or not remember the next day like you guys talk about. Because it's happened before. And it's like, growing up, I want to be able to remember all the good times and hang out with friends and all this stuff, even on Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving Eve, all that stuff. So
It's one of the
cool.
few times I'm not insulted by somebody going, I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
It's not even like that. It's you guys. I
yeah.
do like being like you guys. You guys are all
Yeah.
great. So it's like not even
No.
that. It's just like the person you guys were before. You know, even
no,
when you
no,
guys.
that's what I
didn't know
mean.
that.
Yeah, no.
Definitely.
You know, I was doing an intervention on the phone today with a dear friend of mine that I've known since I was 3-4 years old. I was talking to his wife. And she got really into talking about the relationship. And I had to cut her off. And I'd say, hey, you're making relationship decisions on one side And you're not really talking to your husband. He's not there right now. The addiction is talking, and you're never going to be able to negotiate with the addiction. You can try 1,000,000 times over, and it's not going to work. You're not going to get what you want out of that. You're going to make up your own words in your own mind because they're going to say consistent on, hey, this person is mine right now. I'm in control. I'm going to give him more and more and more. And I don't care about your marriage. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about detox. I don't care about the house. I don't care about the kids. I don't care about the car, the money, none of it. I want it all. So I don't know who you're talking to, but you're wasting your breath. But keep on talking if you want, because you're going to make him go deeper into this situation. You know what I mean? And that's when you're talking about that situation of who I used to be. The more you talk to me about something I didn't want to do, man, I was going to show you that I could really do it, man.
Totally.
I could really do it. You want me to really do it? Okay. I got you. I got you. I got you 10. I'm gonna up this $10. I'm gonna up this $1 million. You know what I mean? And then I'm not even gonna go call you for bond or nothing like that. I'm gonna make you come find me. Because that's the addiction. Like me, completely sober, would not look at a loved one and say, hey, to hell with you, to hell with all my responsibility. I'm going to take off and I'm going to disappear and I might die. I'm going to probably get arrested and I'm going to make you come find me. Then I'm going to still make it your fault. I'm going to still make it your fault for saying something. So how dare you say something to me about me? That's addiction. Mm-hmm. That's where it takes you. That's where your mind goes. Mm-hmm. And that's not the real you. If somebody's talking to me about something, I got to be understanding, got to talk about what, I'll overly talk, I'll offend somebody, but I got to retract it and I got to go ahead and say, hey, you're right. Not everything's a win. In addiction, everything's got to be a win. It's always, you got to always win. Even when you're losing, your loss is to win. But when you're sober and you're in recovery, like, hey, you can have the championship belt, the cup, the attaboy, the award, the picture, all that. I just want to work this out with you. And if I was wrong and I wronged you, I'm sorry. How can I fix that? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm an addict. I'm going to do it again and again and again until I get it, and I'm going to figure out a technique because that's my compulsive behavior. This word is insidious. This disease is insidious. That's what we're taught. And the definition of that word should tell you enough. When you're drinking too much and you know it, you got to gear back. Because if you can't stop it, it's going to romance you until you can't stop it. Like a lot of people think, oh yeah, drinking and drugging is a choice. Yeah, it started as a choice. And then it got you on everything that I was saying. Now it's no choice. Mm-hmm. Now you have no choice to recover every day. So the narrative is right on both sides, right?
Totally.
The narrative hooked you. Now when you're saying like, I ain't got no choice, I can't control it. Oh, you had a choice to start it. Yeah. I had a choice to put some skis on and be novice and go down a black diamond and fall 1,000,000 times. That was a choice.
Definitely.
But I have no choice on how many times I'm gonna hit my head and tumble down that damn mountain. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's the key part of it, And also at the same time, a lot of holidays bring a lot of mental health. So a lot of people that really don't have high acute addiction problems, you got to think about that, man. Like I was talking to another young lady in recovery, and she was just talking about, well, your stuff is so much more than mine. Your stuff is like, because you've been through this, and that. I'm like, no.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not. That's just a different shade of paint. Your pain is just as bad as mine. Did it hurt? Did you lose family? Did it drive you crazy? Did it make you use more? Did it make you miss holidays? Did it make you do this? Did it make you do that? Yes. It's the same thing. I just have a different shade of paint on my canvas. Mine ain't cool. Like I always tell people, prison ain't cool. I went 4 times. I'm terrible at crime. Terrible. You know what I mean? I don't know who wants to brag. I see people on social media all the time. Yeah, man, I did all these years. I did it like all the time. I'm the best. The best at what? Getting caught? You're terrible at crime, homie, and you bragging about it. And you still doing burpees on IG. Go to the gym and get a membership, homeboy. What are you doing? You were not VL'd in a car right now.
I can go through your IG and find this person, can't
Yeah,
I?
man. I assume we're my
You've
cousin,
described
my bad,
you've
guys.
described
I'm
somebody
like, yo, my
specific.
cousin, like, you still doing burpees, huh?
Someone
Calm down,
person.
bro. Calm down. Like they're trying to sell membership to their thing. Like everybody's gonna do burpees like they're Sureños in the
That
yard.
cholo
Bam,
fit, cholo
bam,
fit.
bam. No, these guys are serious. Like having their, setting up their garage like a gym and stuff. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but it's, getting back to holidays like in jail. I remember when I got my first green cup. And the green cup, for the people that's been to the joint in Colorado, it's basically Salvation Army gives you out a cup. You get a Salvation Army cup, or you get this Christmas tree green cup.
And this is
And a cookie. This is for Christmas. You get some Christmas ham or whatever they give you, turkey. You get to eat earlier. You know what I mean? And you got this little bag, and it's got a cookie in it with a Salvation Army green cup. You got a new coffee cup. And that's Christmas. Then everybody's trying to get in line to use the phone, and people got their canteen going, different cars, which a car is who you ride with in there. It's really, I don't want to get in the minutia of that, but it's, you can pretty much get it, different races, different gangs, all that stuff. They're making their own holiday spreads together and playing cards, playing dominoes, playing pinochle, you name it, it's happening. You know what I mean? Tattooing, drinking, all that. It's still same thing on the bricks, but it's just inside. But I remember my first experience of doing that was like, man, hung up the phone with my mom, a big argument. And I go, this is the alternative? I threw the cup in the trash. I'm like, this is my choices? To sit up in here and drink hooch and try not to get caught and be locked down, and you know what I mean? And basically just stuck. That's the real Snoop on the stoop. You know what I mean? You stuck right in your bunk. Hours just thinking about my daughter crying because I ain't there. Crying because I'm not there, and talking to her on the phone. Daddy, I'm coming next week. Can we redo Christmas? I'm coming to visit you. Daddy. Yes, baby, we can do that. We can do that. I remember I got in this program. I used to read these books for her. And I got to read a Christmas book for her. So you read it, you take the book, you read it, you record it on a tape, and then you send out the book with the tape, and she gets to hear your voice. But it's a tape, so like my mom had to go find a tape deck. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. It's not like we burning CDs or doing whatever, but that's how long ago I've been in a prison. Thank God for that. But you know what I mean? It's a tape. When I got out the last time, that kid still had all those things, and every one of those books that I got, she used those so many times, they were wore out. I felt good about it, but I just sat down and just started crying. Because that's the dad I became. She knew me through a tape, through a visit. I wasn't there for the important moments. I wasn't there. I wasn't present for her. And I'm over here thinking I know my daughter, and I don't know nothing about that beautiful little girl. Nothing. Holidays are hard. I hate my birthday. Bad things happen in my birthday. I hate it. My loved ones make me celebrate it. I hate it. I'm just glad nothing bad happened. I kind of stay indoors, you know. I'm like, cool. I got through this one. I'm looking out the window like I'm a tweaker. There ain't nobody getting arrested, nobody dying. I ain't getting no phone calls. I'm great. Yes, I will smoke cigars on the porch. I don't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? Gave me a present. Great. Thank you. I'll open it tomorrow because you're going to jinx me today. You know what I mean? With that being said, you know, with Christmas, you know, I think for me, it's not about all this. It's about y'all. It's about like this story, this show I was really looking forward to because there's people out there struggling right now. And I'm just here to tell you it's okay, man. Just follow the rules that Nani and me are bringing out to you. Know that you don't have to be obligated to go places. Know that. You're not obligated to do anything that's going to put you in harm's way. Find a supporting, loving, sober, clean environment if that's what you need, or go home and don't have expectations.
Yeah.
Don't have expectations
Yeah.
because you're going to get hurt. Don't have expectations. Just be cool in the day.
Yeah.
And for the ones that lost people, and going to be their first holidays with certain people without them, do your best, man. I miss a lot of the people that I lost. I'm fortunate enough not to lose any parents yet. Fortunate enough not to. But if you lost parents, you lost husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, kids. You know, even if your aunties and uncles, grandma and grandpa were dear to you, whatever, your best friend, do your best to play it in that moment. Don't hurt yourself because right now they're not here and they don't want you to do something that's reckless in the name of them. They don't get that chance anymore to even make the mistake. And the last thing they want to do is see you destroying yourself in the name of their memory. You know, I stopped drinking like that. I stopped getting high like that. Everybody that died, I made it about me. Why? That's none of my business. That is none. It doesn't matter how close I was to that person. That's between God and that person. That's before whatever he believes in or she believes in that situation. They didn't call me, text me, include me, and damn sure didn't ask me before the situation happened. So I don't care how close I think I am to that situation, or I was born by that person, whatever. That's not my situation. I got to know that in recovery because I've destroyed myself over the loved ones and the people that I've lost. And I got to know that. It's not for me. That's not my right. You know? I'm still having a hard time taking back my birthright, like I just said. Because all I do is remember memories of people that died. And the people that and the people that hurt.
Made it 47 minutes.
I made it 47, yeah. And people that hurt people,
Good.
you know what I mean? And then getting arrested, you know? But that's those actions of those other people and people keep on telling me that just the way I explained to people. But still, see how it works? I got work to do behind that, you know? Nani, I got a question for you. As a woman in recovery, growing up in a multicultural family that's not at all Catholic or Christian, and celebrating and being festive in these environments and trying to make your way, what does that look like for you today?
Yeah, in my family, we celebrated Christmas growing up my whole life. My dad, in fact, when he came to the United States and discovered Christmas, he loved Christmas, and he keeps a Christmas tree up in his home in Kuwait now all year long.
Oh wow!
It just stays up all year.
Do they think
all
he's
year
weird
long.
for that?
Yeah.
I meant your daddy.
My dad just does whatever he wants. And he he just does whatever
I
he
can
wants
see him
to
doing
do.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's the guy that, like he said, because she's, you know, she doesn't eat meat. She's vegetarian. He said that he would like wait until she wasn't there and he'd lie to her and he would use the same spoon and the same knife that he was cutting meat. And he'd be like, no, that's a different knife.
This is
That's
totally
not-
different spoon.
He'd be using the same thing.
Using the same
Savage.
spoon.
That is
He's
savage.
savage. Yeah. He's great. He's so awesome. But yeah, so growing up, we had, we always had Christmas, and but for me, I didn't, understanding what other people understood Christmas was. We didn't have that. I didn't really have that. But yeah. So, and now, Christmas for me, and for me, it's just, I'm a very spiritual person. So I really appreciate that we did this tonight. This means a lot to me. So I'm really glad I got to spend doing this with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to go around and ask everybody what they're thankful for. I'll go first to give you guys a chance to think about it.
Oh,
all right. Give you a
okay.
moment instead of just springing it on you. And I'm thankful for all of you guys, first and foremost. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the friends I have here in Colorado. I'm thankful for having a job in a tough environment. But of course, the thing that I should have said first, but I held on to it on purpose because of the show that we have. It's so obvious. But I'm thankful for my sobriety. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful to have another holiday that I'm going to remember, whether I spend it by myself on Christmas Day or not, which I probably will, and I don't have a problem with it. I have 2 wonderful dogs, and I'll be just fine because I'm sober. And so I'll make it through that day, and I just want to say to people out there that if you're somebody who deals with depression, be strong and you're going to make it through the holiday. Mm-hmm. All right. And I know what you're going through. You're not alone. You're not the only person. There's millions of us all going through it. And I'm going to try to spend my holiday with Tomas and Nani around here.
Yeah.
Nani, your turn.
My turn next?
Yep.
God, I'm going to start first with I am thankful that I am clean today for sure. I'm so thankful for my recovery. I have to next say that I'm thankful for my family. My family is 100% next to my recovery. They are my foundation. They are my rock. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be. I'm also incredibly thankful for Tribe next to my recovery and my family. Tribe is my second family. They are my home away from home. That's where I get a lot of my strength and support. And then I am incredibly grateful to my friends. I've built a network of friends that no matter what, I can call on them anytime for anything, wherever I'm at. I love them so much. A shout out to a lot of them. I know that they're watching and listening and they know who they are. I love you guys so much. Yep.
People love you. Okay, let me just say, I was talking to somebody just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Nani's going to call you to set up I know Nani. I love Nani. Nani's my girl. I was like, okay, well, then whenever you talk to her, you guys just set it up.
Cool.
Forget me. You don't need me. I love you, Nani. Dan,
Yeah.
what are you thankful for, Mr. D?
Man, I'm thankful for family, friends, waking up every day. Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for you guys and your
too.
sobriety. I mean, I don't have sobriety, but I'm thankful for you guys and it because it brought me this show and it brought me my relationship with you guys. And like Nani said, my network is great. The amount of people who have my back is amazing. So I mean, I'm just thankful to have everything in my life right now. Honestly, it's amazing. And like you said, Slim, to just remember another holiday. That's awesome.
2024, our goal is to get you on the radio, okay?
Yeah, let's
On
do
radio
it, bro.
show.
That would be
All right,
great.
Maha, you just heard it right here. Okay, I put it out there.
Yes.
Because you got to manifest things,
Do
so
that.
we put it out there.
Yes,
Amen,
dude.
bro.
Dan
That's
wants
awesome.
a radio show, so we're going to manifest it starting today.
Let's
that
go.
in 2024, you guys will hear. We'll give him some other name to really throw it off and be like, Fred Roberts on the radio.
Fred Roberts.
Fred Roberts.
Fred
Maybe
Roberts.
my name.
I'm Fred Roberts.
Shout out to you, man. I love all you guys. You guys are awesome.
We love you, Dan. And Tomas, I put you last because we only have 6 minutes left.
And
So I figured
Tomas
we
were
give you enough time.
yeah, I don't get enough time on this show. You guys get a bunch. Man. But anyway, I mean, it's kind of funny that I'm reverse on it. I'm just thankful just to be alive and clean today. You know what I mean? And free to be able to make choices and be able to serve the community. Being able to take care and provide for the people that I love. the biggest thing I'm thankful for is God gave me talented enough. The gods, however you look at your higher power, and a great crew and many people that are in the same vision to create a better day for the next person that has no idea we're coming. And we work together hand in hand to give that to them. You know, we're not the people that take pictures because we're in front of homeless people and feeding people on a chow line and all that stuff. No, we're in prisons, we're in jails, we're on the phone, we're meeting them in closed doors with no phones, no pictures, no trophies, no awards in this, what we do. And every day we get an opportunity to save a life and touch a life. Every day when I get to walk in the tribe and see that intake team have 4 or 5 people sitting there with their backpacks, man, that does something to you. Because, I mean, like, you got intake places all over town that we've created, and they just coming in. And I drew the first gorilla on a bar napkin, smoking a cigar, and everybody laughed at me that said I was going to do this. Everybody laughed at me. Everybody, those people that try to tell you how things work and they never actually did nothing, but they got pie charts and Googling stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Because I think I can do it, and you can't tell me I can't. And really, that's that fire burning tenacity and passion that I asked for. God, don't let me lose my passion and my hard work ethic to make a brighter day, and that's what I'm thankful for. Of course, the things that you guys all mentioned, family, friends, love. I'm thankful for my pain. I'm thankful for every failure that I get that makes me better. People wish failure on me all the time, like, get in line. I fail to win every day. I'm a master of failure. That's all my life has been, is I'm going to fail a million times.
Your L's are lessons.
Yeah. My L's are lessons. So if you want to give me another L, you better do your homework, because I'm coming at you straightforward when you're doing it. I'm running full speed at you, because that's what recovery's taught me, and that's what my Lou life has taught me, to be that, I'm thankful for this show. I'm thankful for 24 hours, man.
Yeah.
You defy the odds, bro. That's awesome.
Love some Tomas.
And I'm thankful for this rotten meat.
So last thing I got for you guys, because before we started, you guys said, you got to come hang out with us on Christmas. What is Tribe doing for Christmas?
Tribe is having 2 different Christmas parties. The participants are going to have, staff is actually cooking for all of the participants this year, and then having a great Christmas party for them down at the hall. And then
Awesome.
Staff is also going to be having a Christmas party.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So next year, we have to throw something open to the public for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Christmas party open to the public for people who are like, I want a Christmas party,
Yes.
but I'm looking for that sober Christmas party.
Yes.
Can we have one?
Yes.
So I
when
say
you
we
come
throw
to
one.
both Christmas parties. You
Well, I'm
just
coming to your
come
Christmas
do-
parties, but I'm
Yes.
saying we got to do something for the general public.
Let's do it. I love that idea.
For our sharing our stories family out there.
I am hearing
Where
the
we say,
request, and
we're
we
gonna
will get it
together.
done.
And it don't have to be anything big. If year 1 it's 20 of us, well, hey, in year 1 it's 20 of us.
Yeah.
If it's 200 of us, well, hey, I'm making a lot of friends.
I love
I
that.
think that sounds cool.
I love it.
All right.
Yes.
So stay with us, and thanks for being part of the Sharing Our Stories family. Before we wrap up, open up these cupcakes, man.
All right.
We
got
got to
the
eat
cupcakes.
some.
You
What
got
is that other snack you
Well,
got
we
over
these
there?
that Nani
Yeah.
did.
And we
gotta
got
open up
gifts
these.
from Nani.
Like
Hold on,
tons
let's
of
open it
Nani.
up real
Yeah,
quick. What did
open your
Nani bring?
gifts.
Now this is incense to burn. What's
Yes,
it called?
That's sage. And,
Sage.
Yep, and Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
Yep.
And this is to ward off bad
Yep,
things.
Just clear. It's for clearing your space.
Clearing the bad
It's-
juju.
yep, it's for your
Getting the
demons,
bad
Dan.
juju out of my office.
Get all the bad
So I'm gonna go
juju.
light this all up
Clear
in
your
there.
space.
I'm a major sinner, so I would really like to know what this is, because it has.
Why does he have a giant,
It's a pyramid.
giant
a
pyramid?
pyramid.
I thought that was something to go up the wrong end of your body.
This goes straight into
That's
the whole.
an antique.
It's an
This
antique
is so cool.
toy.
She got me a toy where the airplanes fly around in a circle.
At least
Yes.
they didn't get you this because the last time
Look
they
at
got
that.
it
Oh,
from
that is
Look
awesome.
That's
how
great.
cool that is.
She got me a grenade.
Yeah.
She did get you a
that's
grenade.
You
Obsidian.
got the grenade?
Dale got Hulk hands.
An obsidian grenade.
Yes.
Nani, you are the best.
Yes.
It's awesome.
You're so cool.
Oh.
It's like some Illuminati
it's
stuff. Everybody
truly
knows I'm a
antique.
Mason.
And I brought you,
You know
fried
what I mean?
chicken.
It's like got
I have
the
an
pyramid on the
awesome
dollar
antique-
bill.
You
Yeah, you do have the
put
pyramid
your
from the
phone
dollar
on
bill.
it.
You put your
And
phone on it?
Yeah. You can put your phone on it.
How?
No way.
Just well,
No,
not
on the
like
side,
that.
the other way.
Like just resting up against
Against
it.
it. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all.
Oh, yeah,
Great.
you need that for
I
when
do,
we're
I
here and
need
you got to
that.
rest your
Need
phone on it.
It has
And
some
it
like.
cleanses it. It like clears your. It'll clear all your. It clears your
Oh,
phone.
Nani, you're
It
the
clears
best.
your
Oh,
phone?
wait.
Yeah.
Great.
I got
so let's
more
not do that.
toys?
Yeah, and then that's.
Oh, look at that
those,
cool little
that's
car.
from Made in Madagascar.
Oh,
It's
that is
out
awesome.
of tin.
That is super
That's so
awesome.
Made
Cool.
from tin. Yeah.
Oh,
You're awesome. Thank
Nani's
you.
awesome.
You're welcome.
Okay, Nani gave us
That's
gifts.
true obsidian. All of it's
What is obsidian?
obsidian.
What
It's
is
just
obsidian?
A stone.
It's a stone.
It's
It's
a
a rock.
stone that it's a rock.
It's
That's
a rock.
exactly what it is. It's just a rock.
If you don't like somebody, throw it at them really
just
hard.
throw it at it. Yeah. Anytime
Right.
we're not doing what you want. Just
Mahai, this has been sharing
Throw
our
your- throw your rock.
stories. We'll be back probably at least one more time before the end of the year. If we don't make that one more time, we'll definitely be back in 2024. We want to thank you for being a part of the Sharing Our Stories family. And if you or a family member is dealing with addiction and looking for that recovery, can you take the chicken away from my head? If you and your family, or you or a family member is looking for recovery, give a call to Tribe Recovery Home, 720-60-TRIBE. That's 720-608-4823.
It's 7423.
7423.
And
I
we'll
didn't
have
have
a
it.
lot of beautiful meat for you.
More than anything, 720-60-TRIBE. If they can't help you, they're going to give you, they'll give you a contact to somebody who can help you for sure, because that's what we're here to do, is make sure that we find you somebody to get you on that pathway to your recovery. Thank you to Caring for Denver. Thank you for everything they do in the Mile High. And thank you to you out there listening and watching for
Yeah.
being a part of what we do here, spreading the story of recovery. This is Sharing Our Stories. Nani, Tomas, Dan in the back. I'm Slim, and we'll see you again right here for another episode of Sharing Our
Bah
Stories.
humbug.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merry,
Happy
Merry!
holidays.
Oh, oh, oh.